This video will help you figure out whether you should be skeptical or you should be happy with the current state of our Kenyan shilling versus the dollar.
So retail investors were saying it's CT, me and Du, and now Alex, of course. Now you're an institution. You know, big time.
Yes.
But also, yesterday there was an issue of the latest T-bill and the rates and the way they've dropped to the lowest they've been during how many years? And this is also having another impact there. So what's this that's happening with our, with our currency, and then we'll come into our markets?
Okay.
Why is the shilling dropping? Or gaining? Okay, why is the shilling gaining?
Yes, the reason the shilling is gaining is because there are three uses to money. One is speculative. We have precautionary and transactionary. The reason the shilling is gaining this time around is because of the first one, the speculative use of money. That there are some people, investors, who hold money waiting for a good opportunity for them to buy things when they are cheap. In this case, investors had hoarded dollars, waiting for the Kenyan government when it would be going to the market to buy dollars so that we can repay the 2 billion US euro bond. Though that did not happen, because instead of the Kenyan government sourcing for dollars internally, they went externally. So the people who had hoarded money in the name of speculating, they had to release the money into the market. And currently we have the quantity of dollar or supply of the dollar in the market. It is quite high. So, and that's the reason, because of the forces of demand and supply, the supply is high and the demand is not high. That's why the dollar has received a beating by the Kenyan currency. This situation is supposed to be very temporary, is because as time goes by, Kenya is a net.
And that's the saddest part about it, is that we are celebrating it as if it's permanent, but it's temporary because it's not pegged on anything meaningful.
Importer. So the stock that we have for dollars, we will continue to use, and with time we will deplete it. And once we deplete it, we go back to square one. And
once we get back to square one, we'll be at the state we were before he took the loan. Before he took the loan, we were headed to bankruptcy. That's why we took the loan, to save us from the bankruptcy. And the loan itself created a new utopia for us. But the bubble will be busted one of these fine days.
Actually, also, by the time we are going to June 2024, when we will be repaying the 2 billion USD Eurobond, the money will vanish. These dollars that we have will vanish. We could be having it somewhere, and it is giving us a false hope that it is money we have for good. But it's money that the countdown has started the time has started to tick. It's only a matter of time we give out that money.
Okay,
I don't get it.
Hang on a minute. I'm sorry. So what? It sounds as though you're saying that this miraculous thing that has happened over the last 1.5 months, whereby the dollar has done the shilling has done the thing. So now we're looking at 130.
Yes.
That it's artificial.
It is artificial.
I like how she is shocked and concerned. Maybe she was one of the people who were very happy with the current change of the Kenyan shilling versus the dollar. And anyone you tell it to, any reasonable person will expect. Anyone that's not that reasonable will argue against the fact that it's artificial.
How can that be artificial? Because what you're insinuating here is that. So it would look as though there's a lot of dollars in the market. That's why the shilling then has gained on it.
Yes.
But that is not the case, and that it's only temporary. What would make those two things happen? Artificial and temporary. Why?
I would say it is artificial because these dollars that we have, we have not earned those dollars. Actually, we have borrowed. If you would say it is the productivity of our economy that has increased and we are doing more exports, that by doing more exports we are getting more foreign currency, then we would say it is sustainable.
And that really will have been sustainable because it's something you're doing continuously. But you can't build your currency based on debt. So every time you'll be in a crisis, you'll be borrowing more and more and more. Obviously, they'll reach a time where no one wants to give you money. No one is willing to give you because you're always borrowing.
But this time around, it's money that we have borrowed in terms of Eurobond, and it's only a matter of time that we give out that money. But as any other person, it's called behavioral science or behavioral finance, because we have some money somewhere, some dollars somewhere, it is giving us this false perception that we are safe. But it's only a matter of time. By June 2024, we release the money, and then the panic is likely to hit the market.
Who's releasing the money in June?
In June, as we pay the maiden Eurobond that we procured in the year 2024.
I thought we've already paid 1.5 of it.
And
the other 500 we've been paying dog.
Well, I think maybe what City doesn't know is that the current president we have is taking loans each and every day. Like anytime he goes to some of those countries that he's traveling to, he goes to beg for money. So there are some loans that we as a country have that we don't know, that we'll find out maybe later in life. Because currently it seems like he's taking even more loans than his brother. Because each and every time he goes to those countries, he comes back with a loan that doesn't reach our country.
I wouldn't say we have paid because the due date to pay is 24th June. There was some allegations that we might decide to pay to buy it back before the due date. But to the best of my knowledge is that we are waiting for the due date to repay. And actually there would be no good reason for us to repay early. Because this money that we have, we can still invest it for a month and get some good returns on it.
But let me ask this question.
Yes.
Beyond the reasons that you've given,
yes,
could there be any other reasons why it is the shilling seems to have resurrected and has gained strength against the dollar?
Absolutely no any other reason. Because the main reason, the one that we would say it is something positive, is if we have increased our productivity, because we have not seen the GDP of Kenya rise skyrocket within a month. We have not seen the fundamentals of the country change within this period of time. The only factor that is new is the issue of the Eurobond. That's the only factor that has triggered what we are seeing. And when we ask why also the Kenyan shilling has gained against Uganda, is because the Kenyan shilling has gained against US dollar, Ugandans, instead of buying US dollars directly using exchanging Ugandan shillings to dollar, they decide first to buy Kenya shillings, convert Ugandan shillings to Kenya shillings, then they procure the US dollar. Because currently the Kenyan shilling is procuring more dollars than we were doing before. So they would, any other rational, reasonable investor would avoid converting Ugandan shillings directly to the dollar. You first convert to Kenya shillings, then using Kenya shillings, you buy more dollars.
So essentially, because of this, then the demand for the Kenyan shilling in some sectors has grown.
Oh my God! I may not be your best, and I don't claim to be, but I'm the one you have. Son of soil,